Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating pieces from the United States 50 State Quarters program, the 2001 Vermont State Quarter. This isn't just any old pocket change. This coin has a story to tell, a history that's deeply rooted in American pride, and in some rare cases, a jaw-dropping price tag. Let's start with a little background. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50 State Quarters program, a celebration of America's rich history, with each state getting its own unique design on the back of a standard quarter. Fast forward to 2001, and it was Vermont's time to shine. Known for its breathtaking autumn landscapes and maple syrup, Vermont's quarter captures a slice of that natural beauty. The reverse of the Vermont quarter features Camel's Hump Mountain, flanked by majestic maple trees, with a farmer collecting sap the old-fashioned way, using buckets. The words freedom and unity, Vermont's state motto, sit proudly across the design. It's a beautiful tribute to a state known for its independence and connection to the land. But as beautiful as this coin is, why are collectors obsessing over it? Why are some people willing to pay thousands, yes, thousands, for a single Vermont quarter? Here's where things get really exciting. You see, not all Vermont quarters are created equal. While millions were minted for circulation, a tiny fraction came out with rare minting errors that turned these everyday coins into high-value collector's items. These errors can happen in several ways, and that's what makes these coins so thrilling to hunt. One of the most sought-after types is the double die error. Imagine looking at a coin and seeing parts of the design, like the letters or numbers, doubled, as if the coin shifted slightly during minting. This error isn't just cool to look at, it's rare. And when collectors see it, they know they've found something special. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design doesn't line up correctly on the coin's surface, leaving part of the image or text cut off or shifted. Again, these are extremely rare and highly collectible, especially when the date and mint mark are still visible. Another error that grabs attention is the die crack or die break. Over time, the dies used to stamp the coin can develop cracks. When a coin is struck using a damaged die, it can leave raised lines or bumps on the surface, creating a unique pattern that never appears the same way twice. These cracked die coins are like fingerprints. No two are exactly alike, and that uniqueness drives up their value. But rarity isn't the only thing that matters. Condition plays a huge role too. A Vermont quarter with a rare error might be worth a few $100s if it's been passed around in circulation. But find that same coin in uncirculated or near mint condition, flawless, shiny, with all the details perfectly preserved, and the price skyrockets. And here's the real treasure. One Vermont State Quarter from 2001, featuring a rare mint error and preserved in exceptional condition, was valued at an astonishing $82,000. Yes, you heard that right. 82,000 United States dollars. For a single quarter. It's stories like this that fuel the passion of coin collectors around the world. Because it's not just about the money, it's about the thrill of discovery. It's about holding history in your hands. It's about finding beauty, value, and meaning in something most people overlook every single day. The next time you get a quarter in your change, don't just toss it in a jar. Take a closer look. Look for doubled letters, off-center designs, strange bumps, or anything unusual. That Vermont State Quarter you thought was just pocket change? It might just be your lucky find. Top 2, we're uncovering one of the most exciting finds in the world of coin collecting, the 2002 Indiana State Quarter from the United States of America. And trust me, this is no ordinary piece of pocket change. Hey there, fellow coin lovers and hidden treasure hunters. If you're the kind of person who checks your change before spending it, or you've got a shoebox full of old coins somewhere in your closet, this video is for you. Today, we're diving deep into the story, mystery, and incredible value of the Indiana State Quarter. So sit back, grab your favorite drink, and let's explore how this coin went from spare change to a collector's dream. Released in 2002 as part of the U.S. Mint's wildly popular 50 State Quarters program. The Indiana Quarter celebrates the rich heritage of the Hoosier State. On the reverse, you'll find a sleek race car zooming past an outline of the state, a nod to the world-famous Indianapolis 500. The phrase "Crossroads of America" is proudly displayed, symbolizing Indiana's key role in America's transportation and cultural history. It's a clean, striking design that's easy to recognize and hard to forget. But here's where things get interesting. While millions of these quarters were minted for general circulation, only a tiny percentage contain rare minting errors that transform them from everyday coins into highly valuable collector's items. That's right. Among all the coins that passed through gas stations, vending machines, and piggy banks, a few had unique defects that make them worth an absolute fortune today. So what exactly makes one of these Indiana quarters so special? Let's start with one of the most coveted mistakes in the coin world, the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once but slightly misaligned, creating a doubling effect that's most visible on the text or numbers. Imagine looking closely and seeing ghost-like images or outlines on the letters. Collectors go wild for that. These errors are rare, eye-catching, and instantly boost a coin's value. Then there's the off-center strike, a dramatic error where the design isn't properly centered on the coin's surface. Instead of a perfectly round, symmetrical quarter, you might see one where part of the design is missing or awkwardly shifted. These are so unusual that they often get snapped up by collectors the moment they hit the market. Some Indiana quarters also show signs of die breaks, where the stamping die itself cracks, leaving raised lines or odd lumps of metal across the surface of the coin. While this might seem like a flaw, for collectors, it's gold. Each one of these error coins is like a fingerprint, completely unique and impossible to replicate. Now, here's something that's really exciting. Sometimes, these errors aren't even visible to the naked eye. You might need a magnifying glass to catch the slight doubling or the tiny anomalies that make a coin truly special. That means there could be a valuable Indiana quarter sitting in your pocket right now, and you wouldn't even know it. But wait, it gets even better. While condition always matters in the world of collecting, with coins like this, it can be everything. A regular Indiana quarter with an error might be worth a few $100s, sure. But if it's in uncirculated or mint condition, no scratches, no signs of wear, just shining perfection, its value climbs dramatically. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Among these rare finds, there is one 2002 Indiana State quarter that absolutely stands out from the rest. Due to a rare combination of a double die error and a clean, uncirculated condition, it was appraised and sold for an astonishing $80,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, 80,000 United States dollars. For a single quarter. Think about that the next time you're handed change at the store. That little silver coin might be worth more than everything in your wallet. That's the magic of coin collecting. Every coin has a story. Every piece of currency carries the potential for discovery. And just a few carry a treasure. Top 3 were uncovering the secrets of one of the most stunning and surprising coins in the modern U.S. mint collection, the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter. And if you stick around until the end of the video, you'll hear about one rare version of this coin that sold for an eye-watering $78,000. Let's get into it. In 2010, the United States Mint launched the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series of coins that celebrated national parks and landmarks across the country. These coins weren't just currency, they were miniature works of art. Then, in 2013, came one of the most iconic releases of the series, the Mount Rushmore quarter. This coin honored South Dakota's legendary monument, where the faces of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln are carved into the Black Hills. But unlike the traditional view we're used to seeing, the quarter's design took a more artistic approach. It shows the monument mid-creation, with workers dangling from ropes, chiseling details into the mountain. It's a rare perspective that highlights both the scale of the project and the human effort behind it. This design made the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter instantly stand out. But beauty isn't the only thing that makes a coin valuable. What really gets collectors excited are the rare quirks, those unintentional errors that happen during the minting process. And believe it or not, the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter has a few surprises up its sleeve. Let's talk about what makes some of these quarters so incredibly valuable. First, there are the double die errors. This happens when a coin is struck twice by the die, but slightly off-center. You might see this in the lettering, in the year, or even in the fine details of the design, such as the chisel marks or the workers' ropes. That ghost-like doubling effect? That's a red flag for collectors to take notice. These errors are rare, and when combined with a coin in uncirculated condition, the value shoots up dramatically. Another rare issue found in some Mount Rushmore quarters is the die clash error. This happens when the coin die strike each other without a blank planchet in between, transferring parts of the design onto the wrong side. The result? Unexpected outlines or ghost images in places they don't belong, creating a totally unique, one-of-a-kind coin. There are also off-center strikes, where the coin was stamped at the wrong angle, leaving parts of the design missing or lopsided. And then there's the coveted retained cut error, where part of the die actually breaks and leaves a raised, odd-shaped blob of metal on the coin. These weird little blobs might not sound glamorous, but in the eyes of serious collectors, they're absolute gold. Now here's something most people don't realize. Even though millions of these quarters were produced, only a tiny fraction have these errors. And of those, even fewer are discovered in near-perfect condition. That's why it's so important to check every coin you come across, because that one rare combination of a mint error and pristine quality could turn a common quarter into a collector's dream. Condition matters more than you might think. A Mount Rushmore quarter with a small error and heavy wear might be worth a few dollars to the right person. But that same coin in brilliant uncirculated condition, flawless, untouched, and sharp in every detail, is in an entirely different league. Collectors will pay serious money to own one that's rare and perfectly preserved. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. 1 rare version of the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter, featuring a dramatic minting error and kept in immaculate condition, was recently valued at an unbelievable $78,000 United States dollars. That's right, $78,000. For a single quarter. It's stories like this that fuel the excitement of coin hunting. Because in the world of collecting, the thrill isn't just in the coins themselves, it's in the hunt. It's in knowing that any coin, even the ones you might overlook, could turn out to be something extraordinary. Top 4, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most stunning and underrated coins of the America the Beautiful Quarter series, the 2015 Casachi quarter from the United States of America. This coin doesn't just capture a piece of Louisiana's natural beauty, it might also carry a jaw-dropping secret. So buckle up, because what starts as a humble forest-themed coin ends with a collector's dream, and a value that could leave you speechless. Let's start with the story behind the coin. Released in 2015. The Casachi quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's America the Beautiful program, which ran from 2010 to 2021. Each coin in the series celebrates a different national site from every state and territory, and in this case, the state of Louisiana was honored with a tribute to the Casachi National Forest. Now, if you've never heard of Casachi, let me tell you. It's a hidden gem. This vast, lush forest is home to longleaf pine trees, rare birds, and incredible wildlife. The design of the quarter captures the energy and wilderness of the region perfectly. It features a majestic wild turkey in flight, its feathers spread wide, soaring above the pines. It's a dynamic, action-packed design that sets it apart from more static or symbolic coin imagery. Nature lovers, hunters, and collectors all took notice when it was released. But beautiful design alone isn't what turns a coin into a fortune. Now let's talk about what makes this particular coin so special, and why it has collectors everywhere inspecting their quarters just a little more closely. The 2015 Casachi quarter has been found with a number of rare and unusual minting errors. And that, my friends, is where the magic begins. One of the most desirable errors is the double die, an incredible visual effect that happens when a coin is struck twice by the same die, slightly misaligned. On a Casachi quarter, this might show up in the text, the year, or even in the details of the flying turkey. When you see that slight doubling, it's like unlocking a hidden code. Collectors go wild for double dies, especially when they're clear and dramatic. Then there are the off-center strikes. These coins are stamped at the wrong angle or position, causing part of the design to shift or go missing entirely. Imagine a wild turkey with only half its wings, or a date that's nearly off the edge. These off-center coins are rare, instantly recognizable, and always in high demand. Another rare and fascinating error found in a few Casachi quarters is the die clash. This happens when the stamping dies strike each other without a coin blank in between, leaving ghostly images on the next coin produced. The result is an eerie, misplaced outline, sometimes of parts of the reverse on the obverse side, or vice versa. These phantom markings turn a regular coin into a one-of-a-kind collector's item. And finally, we have retained cut errors, where a piece of the die breaks and leaves behind a blob or raised area of metal that looks completely out of place. These errors are often overlooked by the average person but prized by specialists who know how rare they are. especially on coins as recent as 2015. Now here's where things get even more exciting. If you have a Casachi quarter with one of these errors, and it's in uncirculated or mint state condition, meaning it's shiny, flawless, and hasn't been passed around from hand to hand, then you're talking about serious value. Coin collectors and grading experts pay top dollar for modern coins in pristine shape, and when that condition is paired with a rare error, the price can skyrocket. It's this very combination, a dramatic mint error and immaculate preservation, that led to the sale of one special 2015 Casachi quarter for an astonishing amount. Are you ready for it? That particular coin, featuring a rare double die and graded in near-perfect condition, sold for a jaw-dropping 76,000 United States dollars. Yes, you heard that right, $76,000. All for a 25-cent piece that most people wouldn't think twice about. That's what makes coin collecting so thrilling. It's not just about money, it's about discovery. It's about realizing that the smallest, most ordinary-looking object could carry within it a hidden story, a unique mistake, a moment frozen in time, and yes, sometimes a fortune. So before you spend your next quarter, take a closer look. Especially if you see a wild turkey soaring across it. Look for doubled letters, off-center strikes, unusual bumps, or anything that feels just a little bit off. Because what looks like a simple coin could actually be your once-in-a-lifetime find. Top 5, we're uncovering the mystery and magic behind one of the most unique and valuable coins in modern circulation, the 2015 Saratoga Quarter. Now, before you toss that handful of change aside or drop it in a parking meter, listen closely. Because one of those coins could very well be a hidden treasure. The Saratoga Quarter was released in 2015 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series of coins that celebrated America's most iconic parks, battlefields, and historical landmarks. This particular coin commemorates the turning point of the American Revolutionary War, the surrender at Saratoga, which took place in 1777. This battle marked the first major American victory, convincing France to join the war effort and forever changing the course of U.S. history. The reverse of the coin is a powerful design. It features British General John Burgoyne surrendering his sword to American General Horatio Gates. You can see the hands, the sword, the moment of change, etched forever in metal. It's not just a coin. It's a snapshot of one of the most pivotal events in the birth of the nation. But of course, you're here because this isn't just about history. It's also about value. Big value. So, what transforms an ordinary-looking 2015 Saratoga quarter into a piece worth thousands of dollars? Let's start with rarity. While the U.S. Mint produced millions of Saratoga quarters, only a very small number contain rare minting errors, those tiny mistakes made during production that accidentally created one-of-a-kind coins. These errors are what turn a regular coin into a collector's prize. One of the most sought-after errors found on the Saratoga quarter is the double die. This error happens when the coin is struck more than once by the die, but the impressions don't line up perfectly. The result is slightly duplicated letters, dates, or design features, almost like a shadow effect. On the Saratoga coin, collectors look for doubling on the hands, the sword, or even the text. These details are subtle, but to trained eyes, they're worth gold. Another rare type is the off-center strike, where the coin wasn't perfectly aligned during minting. Part of the image might be shifted or even cut off entirely. The more dramatic the misalignment, while still showing the date and mint mark, the higher the value. And then there are die cracks, cuts, and clash marks, each caused by damage or misalignment in the stamping tools used to press the design into the coin. These accidents create odd lines, blobs, or ghostly impressions, often making the coin look imperfect to the average person. But for collectors, these are the fingerprints of rarity. No two are ever exactly the same. Now, condition matters just as much as rarity. A Saratoga quarter with a mint error is valuable, sure, but one that's in uncirculated or mint state condition, that's when the value skyrockets. Coins that have never been in circulation, free from scratches or wear, are the ones collectors dream about. The shine, the sharp detail, the preserved luster, they all add up to serious money. Here's the thing. Most people pass these coins every day, unaware of what they're holding. They use them in vending machines or toss them in jars. But a few lucky individuals have taken a closer look and found that what they thought was worth 25 cents was actually life-changing. And now, the part you've been waiting for. One incredibly rare version of the 2015 Saratoga Quarter. Featuring a dramatic mint error and found in pristine uncirculated condition, was sold for an astonishing 74,000 United States dollars. Yes, $74,000. From a coin you might already have in your home. That's the beauty of coin collecting. It's not just a hobby, it's a hunt. A search for hidden value where no one else is looking. Every time you get change back, every time you clean out an old drawer, you have a chance to discover something remarkable. So the next time you come across a Saratoga Quarter, take a closer look. Check the hands, the sword, the letters. Use a magnifying glass if you have to. You just might be holding a piece of history and a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and love the thrill of coin hunting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another hidden treasure story. Who knows? The next big find could be in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting.